my name is Azriana, or sometimes they call me Reen. I just graduated last year, so I am very much aware of being in your shoes. I am actually from the SSP program myself. I took 2 papers during my internship, which is in 2012. And I came in now as a permanent employee, and I just completed my 3rd paper, and my 4th paper is actually next week. And why do I choose MICPA? Basically, whatever that they present, that's the advantage why I choose. It's an open book exam. I feel like, oh, that is something different, something I haven't actually experienced. Because in degree, I did my diploma, we have closed book exams, am I right? We memorize cover to cover. After memorizing cover to cover, we go into exam. 5 minutes going out, finish the exam, we forgot everything, leave everything on the exam papers. So I believe it's very exam oriented. So having an open book exam, I believe it's not for you to memorize, it's for you to understand. But you have to bear in mind, open book exam, I know it's a relief to hear it's an open book exam, but you will know, right, the question is really not directly from the book. But it's something, there's a book in front of you. So at least you have to understand. You don't have to memorize, you have to understand. So you know when the question asks, you will know, oh, this one, so you know where to flip, where to find. Because you understand, you don't memorize. Something that I wanted, because I know I'm working, I'm using the knowledge. I don't want to be memorizing things, I want to be understanding. So that's the reason why I choose MICPA. And knowing that it has no classes, that is actually an advantage for me. Being a person who I think I'm afraid of commitment. I mean, I know working in audit life is tough. It's taking a lot of your time. So I'm thinking, if I take a professional paper that has classes every weekend, when will I have life? You know, and how do I manage my time if I have to work on weekends, let's say? So, MICPA, having no classes, I'm like, okay, this is the paper for me. You know, you manage your own time. I like things that we can manage your own time. We are independent like that. So, that's another advantage for me. And having 2 qualifications, that's a big plus point for me. That time, I don't know how you feel, but I was like, oh, superpower, 2 qualifications. So, at that right point of time, I was like, okay, spot on. MICPA it is for me. I have like, very focused, MICPA. No, not going to change my mind. And knowing that MICPA, because now that MICPA has 2 qualifications that it merged with ICAA, do you know that your papers is actually from Australia? You know, when I do the exam, it's actually in Australian currency, it's from there. The only difference is your tax paper. It's advanced tax accumulation taxation paper. That's the only difference. So you get 2 qualifications. So it's really for me a stepping stone. And knowing that I've made my mind, I wanted to do audit, I wanted to do MICPA, and EY came to university and was like, I remember the first time EY came, so who's interested in MICPA? I was like the first person to raise up my hand, me, now, sign me up now. So I was like so into it. So as I signed up for the program, I was lucky because somehow my internship period overlaps with the paper offered by MICPA. So 2 of my papers I did during my internship period. So it didn't actually interfere during my degree. Because in UITM, my internship is the second last semester. During my internship, I did my 2 papers, and when I came in back for my final semester, which is the most toughest semester, it didn't actually affect my studies because I have completed during my internship. So, and then people ask me, the number 1 question, how do you manage your study time and your working life? That is the exact reason why I entered this SSP program. Because you know, when I enter, because I know that if I enter becoming a permanent employee, I'll be already completing 2 papers. I'll only have to complete 3 papers. And this is an advice, in my own opinion. I think it's better to complete your paper before you turn into a senior auditor. You know, become a senior, more responsibility, more work, working more hours. You know, you have to coach people, this time you have to complete your work. And then you have to divide your time by studying. So, entering into this program, I'll be going into my paper during my internship, 2 papers in my internship. Going on a study leave during my internship, people will kacau. Because you're just an intern in the firm. So you say, oh, I'm on my study leave. Nobody will just call you to update on your job because you're just an intern. And now that I'm an audit assistant, still a junior, it's easier for you to complete your paper when you're a junior auditor. You have less responsibility still, you don't handle files yet. So that's why I want to just complete my paper fast so that it doesn't affect my working my work, and also my study. So inshallah, if everything is fine, I'll be completing my paper at the end of the year because I'm due for my 4th paper, audit paper, last technical paper, and last is the capstone paper. My capstone paper, inshallah, I'll be taking at the end of the year. I'll be completing everything. I'm still a junior. For me, a perfect path at that time, because I had my vision straight. It was like it was a perfect path.